but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
It's pretty unreal how sticky Capri Sun is. My foot is like sticking to the floor over here.
You have it everywhere.
Oh, it's all over the place.
It's on your counter.
Controversial win.
Yeah, I don't know if I call it a win.
Even Kevin goes,
He's like, I don't want it.
I don't give a shit. Whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah.
We'll give you we already said it was the win for you. We'll give you the win.
Yeah, it was the fastest time drinking down a Capri Sun, but I made a mess. I don't know what it is. You ever have things you have something in your life, for some reason you can't do that. The skill of putting a straw in a Capri Sun, I've never been able to do. I can't tell you how often I typically either the straw bounces off the package and then stabs me in the arm, or else I'll get too crazy and I'll shoot the straw all the way through the Capri Sun and then squirt the person on the other side with the sugar water.
Some of the critiques for me and you was that, guys, don't stab. Stop stabbing. Just poke
downward.
Okay.
If you poke down and not stab, we would have maybe gotten in the hole a little bit quicker. I just couldn't get into the hole.
Wow, that's a age-old problem for people with your equipment.
Does happen.
Whatever.
Does happen.
Heart.
Mm-hmm. All right, got some thoughts here on some things from the show. One said, I'd like to call out Riggy Ralston and Vanilla V for another sabotaged bit.
I'm a lot of things. I am not vanilla.
Only in the bedroom. That's what they're
says-
making fun of. As I always call you vanilla in the bedroom.
Whatever.
You can tell Virginia just learned the term reverse cowgirl because she said it like 3 different times in the week.
It's been on that, yeah.
You know you've never done reverse cowgirl?
You don't know what I've done.
Says the do it bitch punishment was meant for V and Bird, and yet the entire plate of entrails was conveniently placed in front of Bird, knowing full well that he would eat whatever you put in front of him.
What is he, the family dog?
I kind of am. I do. It was in my respective section. I'm like, oh, it's my own plate. Are you going to come over here and eat it with me?
Yeah.
Like Lady in the Tramp?
You watched me pick all the entrails out and lay them all on the plate.
I'm not going to lie. That punishment rocked the fuck out of me.
And I knew it would, and as Angie was sending the email, she said, I'd like to note, as Bird pointed out yesterday, that Kevin mentioned both before and after commercial break that Bird was going to be eating crawfish poo and did not mention V at all because... Honestly, I don't think, even if it's poo, I didn't think it was that big of a deal for Virginia. I knew it would rock Bird's world, so that's why I put a little bit more emphasis on that, because I think it was a lot more intense of a punishment for Jaybird than Virginia.
You're sounding more and more like a politician. Full of shit. No, just kidding. Oh, I know. Virginia's the fucking wild card. Always throwing wrenches in the plan. Crawfish, fuck it. I'll eat the shit. I love it.
Yeah, why wasn't the poo divided between 2 plates? Was this a setup? Either way, V escapes another punishment and evil wins again.
I did not plan on escaping the poo. I put the poo in the microwave because I thought warm poo would be better than cold poo. Am I right? So
Well, no.
I had one plate. Our microwave is not big enough for 2 plates, so I put it all on one plate. I microwaved the poo for 20 seconds. I took it out, and then you took the plate from me because you wanted to show it on camera. I didn't think you were going to eat it all.
I'm a fucking animal. I'm the family dog. I eat everything in front of me.
She says, I know I can speak for the entire chat room when I say we want justice.
I like it. Evil wins again. Seriously, though, if this was wrestling, you would be a great bad guy heel. You would think the fucking audience would, oh, the fuck?
I can't believe it.
It would be amazing. It's good.
I'm not the only one that's dodged punishments recently.
Who, what did he dodge?
Remember? He was supposed to do one too.
Did he pick?
You won what?
Did he pick on?
The last time you were supposed to be punished, you didn't do it, Kev.
What was that?
We were supposed to do it on the podcast. I think it was something.
I did it, the shot.
The luge shot. You did that?
Yeah.
You watched him.
Yeah.
I did.
Wrong again.
She's trying to throw shade on me. I fucking did it. I do mine.
Damn, you're like a politician too. You're
Good
fucking
Lord.
mudslinging.
She's trying to say I'm welching on my punishments.
I didn't see you do it.
I did it in front of everybody.
You commentated on what?
Yeah.
Forgot.
You gotta
That
lay
was
off.
a weak ass call out.
You got to lay off the Kahlua. That will happen though.
I forgot.
Or something major will happen on this show, and I do the same thing. I go, that never happened. Like, Bert, this is you on video doing it. I'm like, oh, fuck, you're right.
There's you on video watching Kevin do the shot. Oh, sorry, sir. I take it back. Can I just take the whole last 5 minutes back?
I gotta tell you, alcoholism, it's a motherfucker.
Will said, hey guys, had to let you know that you had me belly laughing and crying. Virginia has finally broken Jaybird. I couldn't stop laughing. I agree that was a weak punishment for Virginia. Next time I see you two dirty hippies walking the dog, though, I'll give you a big hug and we'll all go smoke some OG Skywalker and search the galaxy.
Where'd they see us walking the dog?
Don't
Denny's
know.
neighborhood.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Did we have a moment with the KVJ Nation, or maybe they didn't say anything? If you see us, say something.
You got people all around you over there in Denny's neighborhood.
My neighborhood too. Both of our neighborhoods, we got a lot of KVJ Nationers on my street, the street below or behind me. Denny's got it all. Denny's block is KVJ Nation strong.
I love it.
I'm not talking about people that just listen every now. These are people that really like our show.
Love to hear that.
Yeah.
Might have to move into the neighborhood.
Oh, fucking Mayor Hare in their town. Make some changes.
Okay, yeah. Get that thing going. Also, he said, thanks for having different platforms to find your show. I used to listen while I was at work, and a new schedule change makes it a lot easier to find you guys. Keep up the good work. Yeah, in fact, we always tell people that if there is a platform you want us on and we're not there, we'll do what we can to put ourselves on it. But we try to be pretty much everywhere that you are. Got an email here that says, my name is Joey, and I'm from Home Sound. Maybe that's Hope Sound. My girlfriend Lindsay and I love your show, and we're listening this morning when you were talking about old jobs that aren't around anymore. I may be just way too high, too early in the morning, but I had the weirdest bit of deja vu, and I swear I heard you guys talking about these old jobs a while ago. Am I smoking too much of the Jaybird lettuce, or were you guys talking about this recently?
Jaybird lettuce.
I don't know. I don't remember that, but then again, we don't remember shit that we do.
Yeah,
so.
clearly.
I forgot that Kevin paid off his bet.
So yeah, a couple of people were calling us out during the show about that, and I don't remember that. And by the way, I had great fun, even if we didn't do that material before. Something new came out of it.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. I mean, keep in mind, when you do, how many shows we do? We do almost 5 hours every day, 5 days a week, and how many years we've been doing this? 24. Yeah, you're probably going to repeat yourself. But I don't remember talking about people who used to be lamplighers and stuff like that.
We try to keep it fresh and spicy, but sorry.
Look,
sometimes it gets old and stale.
Hey, look, sometimes we're going to invite Vanilla Ice in. I'm going to ask Kevin and Vanilla Ice to do a Forrest Gump off. We're going to forget that we did it the year before.
And the year before that. I think it's been done like 6 times. I just know every time it comes in, it's like, oh, okay, when are we doing the Gump Off?
Why do I always go into Gump mode with Ice and
I don't
you?
know, yeah.
It's a weird fucking thing.
It is weird.
But you know it's coming.
Neither one of them make me think of Gump.
You just sit back and wait.
Now we have to do it every
When's Bert going to bring up Gump?
It is an odd connection. I don't get that, and I apologize.
Got an email here. It says, a longtime listener since 2002. I just want to let you know some of your bits are stale. Do it, bitch. This last one was obvious that Virginia set it up to lose.
What?
So yeah, plus I thought the gambler wasn't allowed to talk about what their partner does or doesn't know. It's just getting old.
The gambler is allowed to talk. The person who's guessing is not allowed to talk. If you're going to come for me, at least know what you're talking about.
Look, I get it. Like Virginia just said, sometimes we do a lot of hours of broadcasting.
Yeah.
Okay? Just the way it is. We've been hearing this our entire career. You guys are getting stale. Every station we've been at, we get this fucking email.
And Nate said 5 hours with commercials and music, it's maybe 3. So,
but
Nate, a challenge for you, put together 3 hours of original content tomorrow. And then we'll critique you.
Yeah, you know what? I hate saying Virginia's right. You cannot read the comments.
You're right.
It'll fucking it does. It drives people insane.
Because here's what's going to happen. You'll have 99 great comments
Exactly.
that make you feel so good, and then you'll have one that makes you so sad. You forget all 99, and all you think about in the shower when you cry is the one that made you feel sad.
Well, what sucks is we're all killing ourselves to do repetitive shit, apparently. It's like, I'm fucking dying over it. I can feel myself dying to try to make the good people fucking laugh. And it's just repetitive shit. I'm with Kevin. Do your own fucking show.
Think Fast and Hank Pink's Jaybird screaming in the microphone is awful radio.
Fuck off.
And I know I'm not alone. I'm in the chat room each day and I read the comments.
Well,
So,
if you
but
hate
besides the above, I do love the show.
If you hate it, though, why are you here? Like,
She loves the show. She just doesn't
I
like this
guarantee
point. So
you-
that's fine.
go find something else that makes you happy, because I want that for you. Even though you're a cunt, I want that for you. I want you to find happiness
Alrighty.
somewhere else.
All right.
Look.
I don't want people to be miserable. If I'm making you sad, go find something that makes you happy.
She enjoys the show, just not those bits. So, but I do appreciate the feedback because we do switch things out quite frequently. People were when I switched out Bueno Malo recently.
It's got to balance.
Yeah.
It's got to balance
Yeah.
it.
And then I'm the one to be like, all right, motherfucker, come up with a new bit.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I haven't slept in about 4 days. Today ain't the day.
And good luck balancing this. You can never, ever balance this, Kevin, as hard as you might try.
I hear ya.
Many a men and quite a few medications have tried. This can't be balanced.
But I get it. It's just the law of averages. Not everything we do is gonna be a home run.
We're doing our best.
Yes.
I do appreciate the feedback. I
Yes.
really do.
Virginia
It does
did not mean to
help
call
me pilot the ship.
She didn't mean to call you the C word. That was pure. I don't know what she's on. It's pure whatever she's doing today. Okay. No, we do respect the emails. What's the polite thing to say? Yeah, thank you for the feedback.
Thank you for telling me I suck.
Yeah, thank you for the feedback and ripping out
Thank
my-
you, sir. May I have another?
Thank you for shitting all over my livelihood. Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you.
That's all I have in life, but I'm glad that you hate it.
Here's a hink pink. I'm a stale fail.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's good.
And I
Yep.
didn't scream in the microphone.
Ashley said, can't wait to see you guys next week at the live show. I know you each have your signature cocktails, but should we eat before arriving? We're coming from Broward. So we're planning on heading up early. Maybe we're going to try Bud's Chicken and Seafood, unless there's food available for purchase before and at the show. They do have food there. In fact, they have
Yes.
pretty good chefs, and there will be all the food and beverage that you can handle there.
Well, the Kennel Club has lots of choices too. So you can eat when you watch our show. You can eat before when you're in like the whole mainframe room. Like there's so many places where you can go eat at the Kennel Club.
Oh, damn. I'm just reading the chat room now. Caitlin Ralston's in there spicing some shit up.
Good.
Oh, she is?
I like
Oh,
spicy Caitlin.
Yeah.
Give it to him, girl. Get that Boca bitch out.
Virginia's dropped by the C word. And Kevin's just like, guys.
Now he's lost all control.
It's so nice and sweet.
It's adorable.
Yes. Well, I said fuck off. So, I mean, it's not as bad as the C word.
Whatever. I'm trying to make the C word mainstream.
Well, I don't even know who's emailing at this point.
I don't either.
That could be an ex-girlfriend for all I know.
I could have wrote it for all I know.
Right. What is real?
What is real? I'm chat GPTing my own show, hate mail.
The only thing I know that is real is that we are stale as fuck.
Ashley sent this in. She said, you'll have to see this. I don't know if this is, real or what's going on, but it was a post on Facebook. Brianna had put it up. She said, yeah, I went to Toyota today for an oil change. The gentleman helping me asked if my name was Conti Nicole.
What?
I was so shocked that would even be a name, and I told him, no, my name is Brianna Nicole. But the gentleman did not correct himself. Instead, still addressed me by this extremely offensive word and even printed receipts that say Conti Nicole.
There's been so many C
And
bombs.
then they sent me a text message saying, Conti, we want to let you know that your car's ready for pickup, Jose.
That I don't think is an
You
accident.
can even see, it looks like the Toyota of Claremont. So this is Florida. And you can see right there in the thing she posted up, she whited out her address and everything. But it does say Conti Nicole McCunt is her name.
Thank God it's
Conti, right there, Conti Nicole McCunt is the name that they put down on her receipt.
We're okay.
And then they were texting her when her car's ready. All right, Conti, your car's ready.
Okay, are you self-aware enough to be able to tell us if you went in there with a bit of an attitude? Have you ever had an attitude at that Toyota place? Because
sounds like
somebody put you in there as Conti Nicole.
She said it's Conti Nicole McCunt.
That's such a funny.
That's deliberate.
That's so deliberate. McCunt is definitely a deliberate thing.
Conti
She's like,
McCunt.
why are you calling me Conti Nicole? My name's Brianna.
Oh my God.
You may be throwing an energy that you don't realize you're throwing in the universe. If people are calling you Conti McCunt.
Conti McCunt.
I mean, what is the C-bomb count on today's podcast?
It's the most ever.
Ever.
In fact, Denny's just named this one McCunt.
Oh, man.
I'm crying.
My belly hurts.
That's the name of it right there.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, wow. What a theme. It all kind of just.
It did go nicely. How did that pair so well?
Got another visual here. This came in from Jen. Says, Kev, watch out. Apparently the VJD crew have started a side hustle. There's a VJD Construction, and they've got a VJD Florida license plate.
Oh, shit. They're taking our act.
Well, we're building shit. We're
Yep.
doing construction because that's who you want building something.
Me, Denny's, hamburger hands, the slowest man on the planet.
And Cunty.
Yeah.
Cunty Construction.
That would be something.
We would be the worst construction crew.
Terrible. The worst.
The only thing we're tearing down is this show's reputation and the station's ratings.
Oh, my gosh. Yes. No.
That would be something. Some other emails that we got here. We were talking a little bit about RV life. Jaybird, you're talking about where would you go? How would that be? Could you live in an RV?
Because your friend is thinking about doing it.
He's legit. It's house or RV. Those are the options he keeps talking about. And he's really thinking about doing this RV.
Well, the thing
But
about
he travels a lot, too.
The thing about RV is you can do it for a little while and then sell it if you don't love it. It's going to be a lot easier to get out of than real estate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And here's the thing about the RV. I don't think you're going to like it forever. I think you might get it out of your system and then want to get a house. So get the RV first. Go fuck around and find out.
The comments in the chat was making me laugh today. I see. I'm still reading the comments.
Can't get away
Stay
from
focused.
There's some funny fucking people, though.
So Brent said, just to let you know, John Prince Park, they will let you stay up to 6 months, and then you have to get a new spot.
That's not. So what happens if you were that dick that goes, all right, there's 6 months, then you come back a week later? Can you renew another 6 months?
I think you can. I think you have to pack it up, move it out, but you are allowed to come back at a later date because we learned about this from there was actual people that were homeless living in Jonathan Dickinson. They would make them leave every 2 weeks. And so you had to get all your stuff, leave every 2 weeks, and then come back like a few days later.
It's startling when you're out in the woods and you run into somebody that you're not expecting. Just a human that's not supposed to be there. You're like, what the fuck?
It's real that people are living out in the woods because of the prices.
That's what happened when I told you all that story. I was at the Peace River, and I was up really, really early, and I went out, and that woman was taking a dump in the Peace River. I don't mind me, I'm just pooping. That's what she said.
Lady.
Don't mind me, I'm just pooping.
She was no lady.
Yeah, no.
That is repulsive.
And that's what I witnessed. Imagine the stuff that's going on when you don't have eyeballs on that thing. Just in general.
Imagine all the turds in the Peace River that you didn't know about.
But even in the ocean, you go to Juno Beach and you see all these people in the water and you go, all right, just by numbers, you know someone's taking dumps out there.
That's freaking gross, man. I mean, how are you thoroughly washing out your butthole?
That's another fine question. I think you do do your own bidet, I guess.
It's not bad for you. If you have to poop and you poop in the ocean, it's probably a pretty pleasant experience for the pooper. It's bad for the people that come after you that find your poop.
I disagree. I think pooping in the ocean would be very tough. I think it might come back up on you.
I think you could clean easily.
I don't know. I know we got different parts, but I mean,
we have the same bunghole.
We do have the same. You're right.
That part shouldn't be different.
I don't poop out of my pussy.
Look, don't send me emails. I know female and male have the same buttholes. I know this.
Hold my leg. Let me show you.
I'm just saying, maybe because it's all you got. Shut the fuck up, Bird.
Let me see. We got Donna from the Pizzle. She's wanting to know from Suits if he's ever been in an adults-only Virgin Voyage cruise. We're going in November. Heard it's so much different than other cruise lines.
Oh.
One person had emailed us once that was younger. I think like younger being in their 30s, and they said, "My gosh, we were the youngest person by far."
On the Virgin?
I don't know if that was the Virgin Voyage. Do you know anything about that, Suits? It's different. How is it different than other cruises?
So the thing with that is it's 18 and older with Virgin Voyages. It's a newer cruise line. They've only been around for a couple of years, so they've got 3 brand new ships. But it's not the same thing as with other cruise lines where because it's adults only, you're going to expect an older crowd, I don't think. It's more geared toward people who want to have a fun experience, younger, fun, crazy party experience.
Like people in their 20s and 30s?
Yeah, it's also got a lot of athletic stuff on board the ship and health stuff like that. It's something Kevin would probably enjoy,
We're going to have some drinks and do a little porking.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably the Virgin vibe. Well, you know how Richard Branson is with everything that he does, too. It's very much rock star kind of lifestyle themed.
Okay.
Silver fox with money.
He's got that. He's the one with the rich coiffed hair. He has
Yes.
so rich looking.
He's got that island.
Damn.
It's all kind of in his vision. So, like, everything on board is very rock star themed with those ships. Like, they try to say it's treating you like you're a rock star. The suites are designed that way.
How much is a Virgin cruise as opposed to, like, a Carnival cruise?
It's considerably more money.
Really?
Yeah, I remember looking, just trying to see if it was something I could do, and it was a 5-night cruise. It was a balcony cabin for 2 guests, and it was a little over $2,000 for the total cost, whereas you could probably do that for in the $1,000 range if you went with Carnival Royal Caribbean if you find the right date. So it is more pricey, but from what everybody that I've heard that's been on those ships loves them. So it sounds like it's a great experience. I just
you get what you pay for, maybe.
Yeah, it does sound like it's a great experience and it's worth it. All of the dining is included too. So like, there's 20 specialty restaurants and none of them are extra charges, which is different than most cruise lines.
Wow.
Do I have consent to ask you a sex question?
Sure, go ahead.
Have you ever porked on one of these fine cruises?
I haven't, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
I've struck out on a few of them. I've tried.
You haven't got your captain's Jimmy cap?
I haven't, no.
Is that what is that a real thing?
Oh, I just made it up.
So it sounds legit to me.
My gullible ass will believe anything.
I don't know. I haven't had much luck on the high seas.
Damn.
Oh, man.
Okay, we got to end this.
Agreed.
Because I just recently went on the Margaritaville cruise, and I feel like you could have got fucked. There was a lot of action. There was so many girls on the dance floor, loose, throwing it, dancing. I was loving the vibe.
It's also been a few years since I've been on a cruise ship, so I haven't really had the chance to go, in a long time.
Hold on. I just want to. You said they're on the dance floor, they're loose, and they're throwing it. So what's going on this dance floor?
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to check it out now, though.
I put a video up. Did you see the video that I posted?
I did not,
There
no.
were people doing the worm. There were people grinding. Oh, I'll have to go find the video again. It was so much fun, and it was so cheap.
Okay, well, I guess I'm going on the Margaritaville.
I would highly recommend it. I mean, at least we'll get you a blowjob.
Works for me.
Yeah. Who could turn that down, right, Suits?
Hey, it sounds great. I'm totally on board. No pun
I can't
intended.
believe you cruised so much and you never got
Well, you
laid.
gotta remember, I did most of that, though, when I was younger. I mean, I didn't get to do a lot of it as I was at that age.
Feel bad.
I'm sorry.
Jeez. I was just trying to get some conversation.
I got in better shape and then I went broke, so I don't know. That's the problem.
It's just as bad as the fucking comments we read.
That's my goal. I want to get suits on a cruise ship and get suits laid.
Me too, believe it or not. Yeah.
We gathered that, you fucking weirdo.
I was just going to give a cruise tip. This definitely got off the rails.
Just know it's going to always get weird when you walk in.
Yeah.
I've expected that
And
over
it's
the years.
after the show, too.
Oh, my
Oh, yeah,
gosh.
it's fucked every time I come in here.
Lawless.
I mean, there's how many? We do have to do a C-bomb count.
Oh, yeah, there
over
were a lot of
20.
cunts on this
It's a little heavy
podcast.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Denny's is the only one that hasn't dropped it.
Still,
Everyone
though,
else has.
Conti Nicole McCunt had me in tears in there, so that's pretty amazing.
Pretty good. I've never heard anybody called that, but that's
No.
the best fake name ever.
And that's intentional. I'm sorry. That's intentional. There's
It
no
is.
way.
Did Kevin? Did you even say the name of the email that was calling us stale? That Virginia did drop the original C. I didn't hear a name with it.
No, I didn't either.
No,
Okay.
I think I spared the name.
God.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna call it.
But
dude.
they know who they are.
I'm gonna call some dude. The C word.
That's fine.
I was a girl.
There's guys
Oh, it
out
was a
I
girl.
think it was. yeah.
Okay.
but there's guys out there that can be that too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A couple new advancements in technology I think seem kind of cool. There is a company that is developing glasses that will subtitle real-life conversations for people who have trouble hearing. That sounds kind of awesome. I've had that too, where I can't understand what you're saying, but it would, at the bottom of the glasses, it would be just like watching Netflix with the subtitles on.
The email I thought about yesterday that you read about the subtitles and how you can miss words of a movie that you didn't realize that is true.
It brings more depth to it.
It does.
Yeah.
I used to be so against the whole subtitles. If I know the programming pretty well, I kind of like the subtitles now. I don't
Yeah.
hate them like I used to.
Yeah, I'm kind of loving that. Amazon has something else they're going to start doing. It's a streaming feature called Dialogue Boost that will let you increase the volume on the dialogue only. How often does that happen where it's getting drowned out with everything that's going on, or they get to a thing where this always happens to me where I will crank the audio because they'll be in a dark room and they're talking like this and I can't hear what's going on, so I hit it. And then all of a sudden they go to an action scene, they go, meow, my wife, they turn it down. I'm
It's
like,
insane.
why is there two so in crazy extremes in your audio?
Why do they do that? And why? Maybe someone can explain it to me. Maybe, I don't know, it's more artsy. Why are they making so much programming, especially movies and TV shows, dark to the point where you can't
yeah.
see a
People
lot of the
complain about
action?
that, yeah.
I guess I don't understand the strategy on that.
I don't know either. Maybe it's on how they think it's going to be viewed, and it would be light. Maybe it's part of the strategy that's going on, the cinematography.
Yeah, I love seeing a fight scene where I can't see what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think I had something on that. And I can't remember what the explanation
Well,
is.
Kev, I don't remember things we do.
And you owe us a punishment, Kevin. Take your shot.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kev, you never get that.
It'll turn around. Virginia will get away from hers, and I'll owe 3.
Stale Sean over here hasn't done a shot yet.
Totally forgot.
I mean, well, that's kind of a big thing to forget.
Yeah, it was something I had read from Vox, and they said, it comes down to aesthetics and technology. The first one's pretty simple. They like the grittier, darker tone for the Batman, Stranger Things, Game of Thrones, etc. The visuals tend to reflect that.
Yeah, because Disney with the Star Wars shit is very dark if they're outside at nighttime.
Yeah,
In a
so
desert.
that's part of it. So, and they say that the way that certain things, shooting with digital cameras and the way scenes get lit has changed dramatically. So shooting on film meant that you couldn't see the final product until everything was developed. And under those limitations, it made more sense to flood dark scenes with light to ensure the footage would be usable. But with digital cameras and digital monitors, it's easy to see what the final product will look like. And that can embolden a cinematographer to film scenes darker and darker. And maybe that's why they're darker now. So there you go. Guess that's the explanation. There's also something else I thought was really cool. It is a facial recognition website called Pim Eyes, P-I-M-E-Y-E-S, that uses AI to locate every single picture of a person that's ever been shared online.
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's not good, right?
Pim Eyes?
I would like to know, because it would be interesting to see what people have posted that maybe you didn't get tagged in, you didn't even know somebody had posted, you forgot about.
Okay, you won me over.
It will cost about $300 a month.
I'm out.
Okay.
Whoa.
$300 a month?
$300 a month?
Monthly packages range from $30 to $300. I was like, what? And then,
No.
and to me, wouldn't you just do it once and get everything and
Yeah,
be
exactly.
like, okay, why would you keep it?
You know, because there's probably a trick like Apple where they're going to only give you so much to wet your beak. And then for another $30, you can see when you were 7 years old. Yeah, I see what they're doing.
There is. There's going to be some way they're going to walk it in, and it's you're going to be like, gosh, man, they took my money again.
It's the Apple strategy. Oh, you need a new charger.
Oh, you got to buy a charger from us.
Oh, yes. It's got to be Apple compatible. Mm-hmm. Steve Jobs. What the shit, man?
He's dead.
Zombie Steve Jobs.
Zombie Jobs.
But it's PIMEYES if you want to go check it out. We were talking a little bit, too, earlier about ChatGPT. That was part of why we were talking about jobs, 10 jobs that have gone extinct. And the point of it ultimately was that new jobs will come up. Somebody texted in today and they said, yeah, I just got a new job thanks to ChatGPT. I've had my own resume that I made out on Indeed and applying to jobs for months now, trying to find something with better pay. And a month ago, I used ChatGPT to make my resume instead. And I have had more people call in the last month than I have my entire career. And I just landed a job with a $15,000 pay raise.
What?
Writing the resume with ChatGPT. The thing probably that it does, because I have read that. Indeed will even do articles on that, on words, buzzwords, things like that. It's kind of like the same thing putting together a profile for a dating website. Use these words, not those. Do it this way, not that. And ChatGPT probably has all those rules and guidelines when you do your resume that would put it in that form that would help you out.
Plot twist, that email was ChatGPT.
Could have been.
Sometimes you're too close to it, too, because it's your resume, and so it's really hard to look at it objectively and write it properly. Like, I can help somebody else write theirs, but I can't write mine.
That really can't be a thing. You can't be in a situation where you're too far in and you think you can see something. It is.
And you think you're writing it right, and you think you're putting what should be on there, but you're not.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's just give it all up to the robots. I surrender. I surrender to thee.
Michael said, I was listening to the show. You're talking about last meals. First off, my last meal would be pizza.
Nice.
Oh.
I like this person.
Yeah, we're talking about what is believed to be the largest last meal request for a killed convict that they had put to death in 2012. Secondly, Virginia made a comment about Ted Bundy. You were talking about how he's crying going to his demise.
Yeah, that was me, I think.
And knowing he was going to hell, which had me thinking, doesn't some forms of Christianity say if you ask for forgiveness or believe in Jesus before dying, that you're forgiven and going to heaven? So does this mean that Ted Bundy will be in heaven? I don't know. Was he praying to Jesus?
Well, no one's gonna have the answer
beam
to
me
that.
up, Scotty.
You know, but I've never liked that. You can be an asshole your whole life. You can do terrible things to women, and I mean, just the worst things on the planet. And right at the buzzer, please forgive me, God. I really do mean it. Jesus is in my heart, and all is forgiven. I don't know if. That doesn't seem fair, but I'm looking at it through a human lens.
Right.
Yeah.
I think when you get up there, there's no more human lens. And I think Ted Bundy is up there. As much as I don't think he should be, I think we're all up there.
I obviously don't know what happens when you die. I do love hearing everyone's different perspective. Not to be middle of the road bird here, because nobody truly does know. I know someone can say they know, but no one really does know when you die.
I believe
what
the thoughts are on that little trick, because people will be like, yeah, why wouldn't I just live like a pirate until my deathbed? Well, the one thing is that, well, you don't know. You could be, boom, gone in a second, not have a chance to do that, so don't leave it to chance. And two, knowing that God would know your heart. And so sincerity is a key to that. And if you're doing it simply out of fear that you might be going to hell and it's just an insurance policy, maybe that wouldn't take.
But he knows your heart.
But let's say you're 78 years old, you killed and you were horrific, and you get caught at 50 being a serial killer. You have 20 years to not be out there killing, to almost reset somewhat, not everything, but somewhat of your mind. I could see someone asking for forgiveness and really having it in their heart,
Yeah.
does that right there automatic just because it's in your heart?
According to the standards that I've been taught, is that if there's true repentance, they always use that word, repent, meaning that there's true sorrow, you really hate yourself that you did it, and then you go the other direction and start doing good. So it's a two-part thing. It's the true sincerity, and then it's the second part of now walking in the right direction and actually doing the right things to prove that, okay, I'm a changed person.
Vicky from Weird and Whatever, she's the psychic medium on the podcast. She always talks about when you die, there's classrooms and stuff where
Really?
almost different levels.
Well, that sounds awful.
For example, if you were a Ted Bundy type, you would go to a classroom where you have to sit down and learn about what you did wrong, why you were wrong. There's levels of it. According to her, that's her own philosophy.
Yeah, in the Bible, Jesus even talked about my Father's house has rooms, and they talk about storing treasures up in heaven, so things you do here on earth. You could either live on the Palm Beach of heaven, or you could live in the Riviera Beach of heaven. So, it just kind of depends upon, where you might be.
Are you able to level up if you want, or are you in heaven just...
It's by the things that you would do. Yeah, so a lot of people don't believe you need works to get to heaven, but the works might give you a better spot in heaven.
But let's say you are a low-level heaven person.
Yeah.
Are you able to ever get to the mid-card? Or because
While you're there.
Low-level heaven Kevin?
Low-level heaven Kevin can low-level...
Like in Mario Brothers, can he level up?
Can he level up? Yeah, if he eats the mushroom or kills an owl or whatever they do.
I think in heaven everybody's going to be woke, so I don't know you can catch up. I think where you land is where you stay.
I was going to say, the underachiever in heaven that doesn't go from the bottom, that doesn't want to get better, so what the fuck are you doing in heaven anyway? We want achievers here.
Yeah, I think at that point everybody's going to be on point doing the right things. And so, there's no way to catch up. So you are where you are.
You are where you are.
Man, I even when I was a kid, I always feel like when you die, you'll know where you're going by the first set of music you hear. You're like, all right, okay, I know this song. I love this song. I think I'm in a good place. Or if I hear techno,
okay,
I know that they're sending me to hell.
But what if you love the band AC/DC and the first thing you hear is Highway to Hell? Where are you?
I think you're good. I think in your spirit you're good.
And they're playing it because you like it, not because you're heading to hell.
Yes, exactly. Yes. If I heard
that would make you confused though for a second. Till you got your bearings.
It would. If I hear, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna fucking see Lucifer.
I know you've talked about this before, and my sister has talked about this before.
Sister!
She was working in the ICU. And so, especially during COVID, a lot of people died in the hospital. And she said there's a real thing called the Jesus wave, where people that are dying start waving at their loved ones that are there to bring them to Jesus. And they talk about it.
Yep.
And they express who they're seeing. And my sister says, you can't see it. There's nobody in the room, but they see them. And they are full on having a conversation about going to meet Jesus and going to heaven.
Someone who was very close with my mom when she was on, so my mom had already passed, but when her friend was passing away, she was talking about how her mom and my mom was trying to, hey, come on, by the window area, like Virginia's talking about.
Like, come this way.
Yeah.
We're taking you to Jesus. It's your time.
That's very common. It's
We're
actually
here,
very common.
very common. And that's very comforting to think
It is.
about. Like, okay, in that moment when you're passing away, somebody's there to help you.
Well, whether it's real or not, comfort, at least you have a little bit of that to look forward to.
Yeah, from what I hear, for the most part, you can pass away peacefully. Who knows what you wake up to on the other side, if you wake up at all, but at least it seems like getting through it and ending this life, in some cases, isn't so bad.
And the naysayers will say it's not spirit, it's more of your brain hitting the neutrons or whatever, giving you that almost protection.
Well, it's kind of like your body goes into shock.
Yes.
If you're in pain, it's a way of getting your body ready to die, and that it releases, like Yasik said, DMT is released in high doses when the body knows it's dying to make the move to that level a lot easier.
So is it real or is it DMT?
But
That's the question.
I guess my question would be too is how do we know for a fact that's what exactly is going on? If someone's dead, you almost have to go through the process of death to really say it's definitely the DMT.
But if you go through it, then you can't tell us.
It's kind of like when people speak for dogs. Well, this is what dogs like. Well, how the fuck do you know that's really what the dog wants? Because there's been studies.
Cesar Millan knows.
Fuck that. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, it's the first thing I always think of when I see that somebody passes. In fact, one of the pastors at my mom, when I grew up, she loved this guy called Dr. Charles Stanley. He was a pastor in Atlanta. In fact, we went to Atlanta on a road trip. That's what we did. We did religious road trips.
Oh, church hopping.
Yeah, we went to Atlanta to see this guy. And I saw that he had died. He's 90 years old, and he's got a son that's a big prominent minister as well. My first thought was, it would be interesting to tap into his awareness right now, his conscience. Is there light? Is he in heaven? Or is it just, man, fade to black and there's nothing there? Because, for the most part, he did it pretty right.
What are your thoughts on when you get a big group of people praying or meditating together on a certain task? Do you think that could legit move a needle on a situation, or do you think that's all just bullshit?
I do. That's a biblical thing where two or more are gathered in his name that has more power. People who are more holy have more powerful prayers, and the more people you get together praying on one thing, that's believed. And there's even, I think, people who, not that it's a religious, but it's on a psychic kinetic level that people can link up, and they've done some things that at least make it interesting. I don't know if they've proven it, but it is
you
interesting.
Personally, what do you think?
I believe, yeah. And that's the whole thing. All this thing comes down to, with religion, you're never going to know the answer. That's why they call it belief. It's faith. And I think that's kind of the twisted design of God, is that you're never going to get the answer here on this plane. So if you want to come along, you got to believe, man. You're like, damn. That's the way it goes.
Damn.
Thought-provoking stuff all the way from Conti McCuntface to
we're talking
how are we getting to heaven?
What
you get it all, baby.
We are a weird
we're
a weird show.
And meanwhile, somebody's telling me, like, I think I remember you guys talking about cunts and religion at the same show.
Wait a minute.
No way. They're trolling.
Didn't you guys do this before? You went from talking about cunts and then went right into...
They're trolling.
All right, well, send in all those complaints and bit changes, mail at kvjshow.com. We do appreciate it. Thank you all for being here. We'll see you back again tomorrow. Goodbye.